rider, she finna get the speed. Shawty all up on it, she might be getting heat, going crazy.
Let's start. Correct myself real quick. This is an interesting chair. Feels comfortable.
That's a really nice chair.
Alright, so today I am interviewing
Gabriel Clownish.
Gabriel Clownish. How have you been?
I've been doing alright, just been doing my own thing for the most part, Not really been up to much except for working and making music.
That's great. And starting off with the first question, how has hip-hop made an impact on the current state of the world in your opinion?
My opinion, hip-hop is one of those things where it's just like, it's so diverse and it brings so many different kinds of people together, if you get what I mean. But a lot of people were against it when hip-hop first started coming out, but over the years it's been getting more popularized and more famous, I guess. But I think it's really brought about a lot of change because people were just fine with the things, how things were, back in the day. Think about it, how different we are now than from back then. I think hip hop has definitely changed the way, the world kind of works, And yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Okay. Very, very good opinion on that. Do you think hip hop should be an inclusive or exclusive genre?
I think, just how I feel with, culture, I think everything should be like inclusive. Everybody should be able to, join in, be able to spread their own message, without having like multiple opinions of like different people just wanting to, I guess, because a lot of times people do try to shut people out of certain things, just like I said with culture. But honestly, I think it should be inclusive. We should like join in together as, the human race and, be human together and just, love life, live life, and be happy with that.
Even considering that it's probably a lot hard for people to get in any genre of music now, since we are the generation of kind of like a remix, because we're having to try and start something new when everyone else kind of had it a little easier on it.
I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of things that already happened, and we're kind of just leeching off of that, but I feel like a lot of people are finding new ways to bring more to stuff that has already existed, there's people, mixing genres now when it usually is just like, it used to be just one genre and not like a bunch of genres mixed in one. Like that's something that I kind of do, is very experimental. So like I didn't set myself in a specific genre. I'm multiple.
Okay, so like I guess that would be considered like alternative.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What does hip hop mean to you? Like,
it really just, well, hip hop. It really just it's. When I was younger, I thought like, I'm a pretty boring person. I didn't really have anything to me. All I did when I was younger was, doodle these crappy little sketches and play video games, and that was it. And all these people around me had these unique personalities, and I felt a little outcasted. I was like, who am I? That was my thing. Who am I? But then, one day I just went on this crappy old website that had like pre-made beats and stuff, and I just started putting stuff together, and I was like, hey, I kind of enjoy this. And then I started learning how to get my stuff out on platforms all by myself and like do all this stuff all by myself. And now I feel like, I actually found an identity in this, and I'm glad that I did that because of, I feel like it's opening a lot of doors for me too. I'm getting collabs with people who are majoring in music and stuff, so that's pretty cool. And I'm also like introducing my friends to it too, and it's becoming what started as a little thing into a really big thing. and that's making me really happy about it. Yeah, so it's very important to me, hip-hop.
That's great. I mean, when it came to just learning and everything, have you used like the idea of like sampling different records? You know?
Oh yeah, I've done a few. One of the first ones was it was XX Tentacion, or however you say his name. It was one of his songs. It was the Falling Down, and that was like one of the first remixes of a song that I did. And I didn't add that much to it, but it still added enough for people to notice, like, this is different, and it sounded good. And that was my first time ever remixing a song, and I was just like, okay, so maybe I should try doing this more, and then that's what I did. And just started sampling, taking inspiration too from other artists, and being able to create something new with it.
That's amazing. That's definitely a great skill to have. In your perspective, what makes a great hip hop record?
Wow. You'll hear so many different opinions about that one. I think what makes a great record is it's just how much time and like dedication goes into something. You know, there's a lot of artists who just use pre-made beats and just like rap, like mumble rapping, like I don't feel like that has enough emotion and connection to it. I think you should really know what you want from something, hear that, and be able to base your words off of something that's important to you. I know a lot of songs are talking about like just bad stuff in general, you know.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of songs out there that are just like, hey, we need to bring change about the world. I think that's what makes a good, you know, record. And that's something I actually try to do in my own songs. From time to time, I do those bad songs, but it's just because I'm trying to experiment.
Yeah. And on that one song that you said you did, that Bring Change idea, what song is it?
Oh, Bring the Change? Oh, that's one of the ones that I actually haven't released yet, but I've been posting about on my socials. Bring the Change, it's a plethora of multiple things. I mean, I say my first lyric is just, it's hard to find good nowadays, you know, because it really is. You know, there's so many bad people in the world. I mean, everybody has trauma, you know, and I'm just talking about in that song, I'm talking about, you know, how we're so judgy as humans, and, you know, even like political wise, there's always stuff going on separating, you know, us as a society, and it's all bad. We need to bring the change. That's what the whole song's about. Just bring the change.
Bring change and unite people.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you mean. Then, how did you discern that hip hop was the right genre for your like artistic expression?
Well, hip hop was the one I kind of, you know, grew up on, and it was just hip hop and, you know, nothing else. Because whenever I went to one of my family's houses for a party, it was always just hip hop music, you know. So growing up, that's all I knew was just hip hop. So I started off in that. Yeah, of course I did. But then I realized, you know, wait, there's actually kind of more to this than what I thought, because this is all I've heard growing up. I didn't really look into it, and that's why recently I've been trying to jumble up different genres. But, you know, I think hip hop will always be my main one, since that's my childhood one.
Okay, it's understandable. I guess when it did come to like your childhood hip hop, was there always just certain stuff that played that might have taken, like, I guess that you taken inspiration from now?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, even one of my favorite artists right now, Tyler the Creator. His stuff is it's very diverse. Like, I take a lot of inspiration from him, because his stuff is really diverse. I mean, you start from his you know, Bastard and Goblin era to his now like Flower Boy, Chromacopia, and Don't Tap the Glass. It's all super different, and he even took pride in that. He even said that, and I thought that was really cool. And that was the artist I did grow up on too. That was always being played at parties.
Okay, that's understandable. He's a very unique artist. He has his own way of doing stuff. Even like you said, from Goblin to Chromacopia, it's insane how much he's changed while still keeping his style. It's amazing, and to see what else he does will be very interesting. Finally though, who are the paramount figures influencing your work within the realm of hip hop? Like if there's any other figures besides Tower.
Well, there's a lot. Again, Tyler being the main one, but there's also people like, you know, there's a lot of rappers like Snoop Dogg, Big Smalls. Like I listen to so much. There's Tame Impala, Mac DeMarco. It goes on super far, but these are all people that I'm listening to this. I'm like, dang, this. I feel like, you know, I kind of see it as if you've ever watched Naruto, Kakashi, and he's basically known as the copy ninja. And I'm just hearing it was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to copy this and, you know, bring it to life with my own type of ways, you know.
Yeah. Have you had anything from like Tame Impala's new album that came out? I think it's Deadbeat.
I haven't yet, but you know, I do hesitate on listening to like artists that I listen to's albums and stuff. I kind of stick with what's popular, which is something I'm trying to not to do, which I'm something that I'm actually learning not to do. But no, I haven't yet.
Is there a reason you usually hesitate? Like you feel like it might be better?
Because I'm very picky, I would say, when it comes to music. Like if I don't like the way something sounds, I'll immediately just, you know, if it's just like a bad first intro, I'll just skip it and be like, okay, next, you know. And I basically critique every single album I listen to, you know. And I don't know if other people do that, but that's something that I do.
Okay, that's understandable. I mean, is that the same with like I guess dealing with your, going back to how you sample and how you just make your beats, is that the same too? Like you're very picky about it?
Oh yeah, I'm very picky. Like there's thousands of instruments, thousands of types of beats that you can make. I mean, I can't tell you how much stuff I have in a USB that's just going unused because I didn't like it. I mean, I probably have over 100 songs that I'm just like, let me just leave that alone because I didn't like the way it sounded after all.
And to be fair, that's an amazing start. That's how every artist goes. It's like they have so much stuff, so many ideas, but it usually just comes up to like 10 songs from them to actually create that out.
Yeah.
Create that art. And speaking of art style, do you do your own covers?
Oh yeah, I do my own covers. I do because I took graphic design sophomore year. I learned a lot from that, and I've always been artistic. And you know, I was able to, you know, combine those two things and be able to make my own covers and stuff. I even used, for one of my most recent releases, Be With You, I used one of my friends' silhouette to put on the cover. It used to be just like shapes on the background, but then I was like, you know, she kind of helped me out with the song because she did a little vocal thing on there. So I decided to put her on there and use my artistic skills to that.
Okay, that's good. All right, then one more question. When it does come to your albums, do you believe that the covers should also bring out the idea of what the album would be about?
And Be With You, it's kind of like a sad love song, and you know, that's what the cover represents too. And even one of the songs I'm working on right now that I was just doing a cover for, that's actually on my laptop in the living room.
Really?
I was just doing a cover for it. My song Tragedy that I made with, he's actually my brother-in-law. Well, he's my brother-in-law's brother, so he's technically my brother-in-law too. It's a very like I guess kind of gangster rappy. So I made the cover, you know, reflect on that too, you know. And I think it's very important to be able to show what message you're trying to give out just by the cover, because, you know, the first thing a person is, you know, getting introduced to you isn't your music directly. It's like what you show, you know. So if they see like something stupid on a cover, they're gonna be like, oh, this guy's not serious, you know. But if they see like what they want to see, it's like, oh, okay, maybe I'll give this a listen. And that's how usually it works.
I completely see what you mean, and that's definitely a great thing to go after, because like you said, any sort of not serious like album it usually doesn't get that many followers. But if you use your own art and you just put it out there and you combine it with how the music is, so like you said, sad music probably have more of a sad cover, or more gangster rap, it'd probably be a more towards that, then yeah, you'll attract exactly what audience you really want with it. And maybe even attract new people that are trying to look into such things, and they can easily find it.
Yeah.
Well, it was great to meet you, and if you don't mind, would I be able to maybe use some of your songs, please?
Oh yeah, of course.
Thank you.
No problem.
That's it.
Scene.